Did you just buy yourself a new MetaQuest 3 or 3S VR headset? Then you have to try these 5 games. And thanks to MetaQuest Plus, who are also the sponsor of this video, you can try them for absolutely free. If you don't already know this, you get a 3-month free trial with a new Quest headset and a month if you already have one. It gives you instant access to over 20 games and new games are added every month.
Your fate.
The first game on our list is Asgards Wrath 2. It's a massive 60-hour long game with a great story where you can choose between 4 unique characters with different storylines. There are huge, open-world levels with even bigger and more spectacular boss fights. You can pick between different weapons and make combos to take down enemies, from a boomerang axe that you can throw around, and a very cool looking sword whip that you can just whip out whenever you want, and a bow for ranged combat. The game also has a lot of interesting puzzles and side activities like fishing, crafting, mining, and side quests to keep you going. And in addition to the story, there's a roguelite dungeon crawling mode that you can play over and over again. So if you're looking for a great RPG for your new VR headset, Asgards Wrath 2 is the one to play. Next up is Aspire 1 VR Operative.
Together, we will redefine espionage.
This is kinda like Metal Gear Solid in the sense that it is the definitive stealth game available on VR. It's a little short but offers tons of replayability with different levels and challenges. The game is all about stealth, but you can also go in guns blazing if you want. There is tons of freedom in gameplay. The controls are very intuitive and it's a great looking game. The environments are really fun to move around and find different places to hide. There is a lot of attention to detail and the missions also make you feel like you're in a James Bond movie. The third game on our list is I Expect You to Die 2, The Spy and the Liar. It's an escape room VR game which is like a funny take on the espionage genre.
What on earth are you doing? You've ruined everything!
You play as a field agent who has to escape the missions by solving puzzles and using whatever objects you can find around you, just like an escape room. There is a lot of trial and error involved, and as the title says, you will die a lot. But most of it happens in funny ways, like an exploding cigar. It's a really fun game with some of the best puzzle designs you can find in a VR title.
I need to deal with some technical difficulties.
The next title we have is Cubism. This is another puzzle game that is very minimalistic and deceptively simple. The aim is to assemble different shapes out of color blocks. These shapes get more and more complex with each level. There are about 60 puzzles that can be a real mind scratcher and can put your spatial reasoning skills to the test. Cubism has very clean and beautiful aesthetics and a really very zen kind of vibe. If you're looking for a brain challenge that's also a very soothing game, this is for you. Finally, the last game is Jurassic World Aftermath Collection, which is unlike any other game on this list. It's a survival VR game filled with suspense. You find yourself stranded on Isla Nublar after the fall of Jurassic World.
Isla Nublar. It's like coming home.
And your aim is to recover valuable information from a research facility. Throughout the game, you'll be hunted by 3 velociraptors as you explore, hide, and solve puzzles to get the information you need and find your way out. The game requires quick thinking skills and gives you plenty of tools to distract your hunters and figure your way out. And the stylized visuals are just a cherry on top. Usually it costs $29.99, but like every other game on this list, you can play it for free with a MetaQuest Plus subscription. So if you haven't activated your free trial, get on it right now. And even after the trial gets over, $60 a year for access to all of these things along with the savings, it's just a really good deal.
The smallest event has the potential to create catastrophic change.